Hello, I'm Frank Hanaway, and welcome to Big Journey, Small Steps. Well, today I thought I would share a little bit of humor with you from my mother. So, I've mentioned a number of times that my mother is a very strong, good, but strong person who has generally expected things to turn out her way. How euphemistic is all of that? Anyway, my mama is bossy, and she's really been good at it. And we come from a bossy bunch. That's a story for another day. But um, when when my father and brother both died, and my mother 2 days before my brother died, my mother started meditating, and she managed to do it through my brother. I mean, she's just done it regularly every day, which just is an amazement. So a few months after that, my satsang here, my meditation group, was really active at the time, even though we were spread out over a long distance. And we got a room at the use of a church for a Saturday, and we had a retreat. And I had a really experienced meditator come. He and his group from Naples, about 2.5 hours south of here, came up for the retreat. And I had asked him to talk some about self-will. And too, my mother was sick at this time, but I didn't know it. She was having problems with Crohn's disease and AFib, and a week later, everything hit the fan, and she ended up in the hospital 3 weeks. But this was a week before that. I was noticing she was a little physically weak that day. I remember now, because when we went for a mantra walk, we had to kind of help her. But anyway, so we got to this one point where my friend was leading the discussion, and he was talking about self-will, and we're all sitting in a circle, maybe 10 people sitting in a circle, and I'm sitting next to my mother and he's talking about letting go of self-will, which is what our teacher Eknath Easwaran talks about. Jesus talks about it. Buddha talks about it. Every spiritual giant that I can think of has talked about extinguishing your self-will and unifying yourself with God. So anyway, so we're talking about self-will, and suddenly my mother interrupts the discussion and says, "But what if you're right?" And this was a lot. My mother was still really functioning fairly well. There were weird things going on, but she hadn't been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I'm sure she had it at this time, but all the puzzle pieces hadn't just fitted together. So she looks at my friend and says, "What if you're right?" And I just did this. I just moved my chair back out of the circle and just let them. And they all got so quiet, it was hysterical. So the reason I'm thinking about that is that the other day we were watching Easwaran, as we do every day, and he was talking about self-will. And when it was over, my mother said, "I really don't like it when he talks about self-will." And it was so cute. It was just so precious. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I have visitors coming in or a very special visitor coming for Labor Day weekend, and I didn't think I would have an opportunity to film, so I went ahead and put this in the can the weekend before so that I would have something to share for you a week from Wednesday. So anyway, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for spending time with me. And in abundance, I wish you peace and joy.